Hello everyone! Today on Binky's Gaming Thoughts, I'm going to continue more of the Dragon Age Inquisition Tarot Card Analysis with Major Arcana cards 13, Death, 14, Temperance, and 15, the Devil. Major Arcana 13, Death. It's Blackwall when he is gone. So we can see that the Rider-Waite deck, it's also called Death. Same thing for the miniature deck. And with the Greenwich Tower deck, it is called the Lord of Shadows, which makes perfect sense because the Lord of Shadow is, in mythology, the being that represents death. So in terms of significance, when Blackwall leaves or is banished, it is the death of Blackwall as he was. It also exposes the real death of the real Blackwall. It's the acknowledgement of the death of the real Blackwall. The illusion is gone. And the death of Tom Rainier, the man he could have been, because he leaves. He's gone. So there's no future, there's no hope to how he could have been had he been redeemed. The card itself represents emotional change, deep emotional healing, moving from a shadow into light, elimination, regeneration, the removal of obstructions. It also represents a turning point, finding new meaning in life, exposing what's false, and secret knowledge, and that sort of thing. Blackwall's falsities were exposed, which is what leads to him leaving. When reversed, it represents stagnation, resistance to changes, blame, immobility, self-evaluation that is required, falling out with allies, being denied a legacy, avoidance of change, the lack of emotional depth, loss and absence, etc.
Hunched over, his beard drooping, his face brooding, he rides in shame upon a black steed, the color of darkness, emptiness, death. Hues of midnight blue are upon his robe as he leaves behind his former life and faces the deep dark woods. The wind wisps his horse's mane forward, spirited by the unknown that lies ahead. Black crows perched atop a branch, a bird of mystery and the unknown and magic. Also represents the assassin guild that goes by the same name as these black birds, a warning that death might be hunting and waiting for the right time to strike.
What do I think this means for the future of Blackwall? Well, if he is gone, he might die, if not already dead, or be the root cause of a future death. What does this mean for the future of Dragon Age? I think there will be, well, in the future of Dragon Age, there will be much death. We can count on that. But I think that part of the future deaths in the future games will have to do with Grey Wardens. Are the Grey Wardens going to completely die out? Or maybe a lot of Grey Wardens are going to die if there is a double blight. Forget about the double rainbow, people. It's a double blight. What does it mean? Andraste's Knickerweasels, there's a double blight out there. What does it mean? Well, I hope that the Grey Wardens don't die out. Maybe a Warden close to us might die. Carver, Bethany, if they were made Wardens. The Warden, our Warden, if not already dead. Alistair might die. Who knows which Warden must die. might die. Who knows which warden might die? Or maybe must die. You know, sometimes these little mispronunciations are indications. Major Arcana 14, Temperance. We see that it is Cassandra when romanced. And the Rider-Waite deck is also called Temperance, miniature as well. And for the Green Witch Tarot, it is called the Signify. In terms of significance, Cassandra is known to have a temper, but is able to show self-restraint and temperance when needed. See what I did just there? You'll notice that the Dragon Age Inquisition card for Temperance is spelled with an E, E-N-C-E. You can see that for Rider-Waite, and the miniature, it's with an A, A-N-C-E. Now, the actual correct form of spelling temperance is with an A. And maybe the grammar freak in me could just chalk it off to, well, somebody made an error, spelling error, and then too many decks were already printed, and so they just kept it like that. But you know me, I like to dig deep, so I did a bit of numerology digging. So the word temperance with an A in the correct spelling is numerology 1. And when I looked at numerology 1, there weren't that many things that matched with Cassandra's personality. But spelt with an E, it gives the word numerology 5. Now this is interesting because we know that 7 is the seeker, but 5 also has seeker in its keywords. And so I did a little bit of digging as to what the 5 represents, especially romantically, since this is Cassandra when romanced. So these are a few little notes that I was able to extrapolate from numerology 5 that could indicate as to maybe a deliberate change in the spelling of the word. So the number 5 is adaptable and yearns to travel. They have difficulty settling down, and we know that it takes a long time to lock in that romance with Cassandra. They are typically mystics or seers. They do a bit of detective work. They are seeking the best path and aren't always conventional. They tend to be unconventional. They believe that change is inevitable. They are outgoing, adventurous. They are seekers and teachers. And they are sensual. They have a strong feminine side with masculine undertones. And they are very much in your face type of people. They are non-committal until they fall completely, truly in love. And when they fall in love, they fall like big time. So those were little things. So who knows? I don't know who I could ask at BioWare if it was deliberate or, you know, for numerology purposes, or if it just happened to be an error. Who knows? Error or not, the numerology 5 actually has significance to Cassandra's personality, the romanced Cassandra personality. So the card itself represents prosperity, inspiration, growth, happiness, patience, temperance, progress, fusion, plenty, invigoration, reconciliation, blending ideas, diplomacy, a trust in one's own intuition, self-confidence, truth. As a seeker of truth, Cassandra has plenty of invigorating ideas. When reversed, the card represents discord, hubris, imbalance, failure or loss, frustration, impatience, wasted efforts. The person is uncompromising, crudeness. They are lacking in certain areas, competitiveness, selfishness, loss of composure, sorrow, loss of faith. And Cassandra has a lot of faith and believes in the Maker. She's a devout Andrastian.
Speckled with silver, her black dress stands out from the lighter toned background, a balance of light and shadow. She holds a chalice, blue water pouring from it. Her other hand touches the giant eye of truth searching and truth finding, red blood dripping off it. It is the ever-flowing ebb of emotions, ever-moving life. The eye itself is the same blue as the water. Behind her we find the same red as the eye. It is reminiscent of the yin and yang, a harmony between the action of red and the calm of blue, the masculine and the feminine, life and death, positive and negative. It is, she is, Temperance.
So what do I think this means for Cassandra? Well, she is going to be a driving force in the future games, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure of it. And probably very much present. She might bring on a certain balance of things, but of what? I am not sure. What do I think this means for the future of Dragon Age as a franchise? She'll be there, either as a companion or an advisor, or both, but will be much involved in searching for the balance and the compromise that may allow us to quell the feud with Solus. She will search for truth to help save Thedas. Major Arcana 15, the Devil, which the image is Iron Bull, the default Iron Bull. In the Rider-Waite deck, we see that the name is called the Devil. Same thing for the miniature, and for the Green Witch, it's called Nature, which is interesting. I'm not sure why, though. So in terms of significance, the red and black markings of his people, the Kunari people, and horns on his head, a Kunari could be viewed as a demon-like being, just from physical description. So it's easy for him to be the devil. But let's look at other reasons he could have been chosen for this card. The card itself represents manifestation, prestige, to accept or release self-imposed restrictions, discipline, determination, following inclinations, strong boundaries, freedom, potentials that are obstructed or unleashed, allowing the natural course to flow, founding, prolonged effort, etc. Iron Bull accepts his self-imposed Kuhn rules, even as a Tal-Vashoth, and he releases himself from those that don't work. When reversed, the card represents fear of change, trials and tests, inhibitions, obstacles, discontent, weakness, powerlessness, release and removal of blockages, self-inflicted unhappiness, loss of prestige, damaged reputation, etc.
His Kunari horns sticking up and out, he stares intensely, looking forwards. Blood red behind him, a trickle seeps down, a reminder of his ruthless nature. One eye is hidden by a skull, reminiscent of the symbols of the all-seeing eye. He is watching. The skull itself, representing death, bears markings, symbols that represent the earth and its four directions, with other symbols of an anchor. Eloquently decorated, it reminds us that he offers us choice. The curves of his muscles on his chest present a second face, reminding us of the two faces and the two sides that we must look out for, and that whichever direction we go, it will anchor us to a fate, ill or good.
What do I think this means for Iron Bull? He is Ben Hasrath. As a spy, he is loyal to the Inquisition so long as the Kuhn allows him to be. Whatever choice we made has anchored him to either forever loyalty to us or to be forever our enemy. It may play a role in the next game. So moving on to what I think this means for the future of Dragon Age, well, I think it is a reminder that a lot of the choices we made so far will be vital in the next game and will anchor us to one outcome or another, or maybe several outcomes, but maybe there may be certain outcomes not possible based on specific choices. Good thing I have several playthroughs with different choices, just in case. And that's it for today's video. Once again, the books I used as reference to determine what the cards actually represent are The Green Witch Tarot Companion by Anne Mora and The Path of the Fool by Michael Sarian. The links are in the description down below. You can also find the links to the actual decks. So the Green Witch deck, the Dragon Age Inquisition deck, the miniature one as well, and Rider-Waite as well. And like this video if you like it, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And throughout the week I will be posting the music heard in this video, which you may also like and comment on. And I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. Be sure to check out some of my other stuff, and remember to buy video games at a discounted price and support me at no additional cost to you. Just follow my G2A affiliate link. You can also join in on the fun on Patreon for some exclusive content. Thanks for tuning in.